YouTube, what is going on? It's been too long. Hopefully you've been having a really good holiday season. Black Friday is past, Thanksgiving is past, and now it is the heart of the Christmas season. We are in holiday mode. I have been playing a lot of games, enjoying the holiday break that I had from college, and just, enjoying the holiday season because it happens once a year, and it's that time of year that I think everything just feels, much better. Hopefully you're having a good holiday is basically what I'm trying to say. But today we have a lot of Overwatch news, right? We have a new character that has been shown and basically, debunked, and all of his abilities are out there. We're going to take a look at that. We're also going to take a look at this small leak here. So this was data mined. Hoshi has posted this on Twitter. I'm not really familiar with Hoshi, but it seems like it's pretty credible. There's been no disputing reports of this. So these are the official Overwatch skins that are coming in Season 2. If I had to venture a guess, it's not confirmed, but if I had to venture a guess, it would be these are the Battle Pass skins. They're all fantasy-themed skins. This kind of gives me old-school World of Warcraft vibes for some of these skins. I just feel like these are very, 2000s World of Warcraft. But, maybe not the My skin, but I feel like the other skins could pretty much pass as, and maybe not the top left skin here, but, the rest of them could pass for World of Warcraft, like RuneScape, I don't know, games like that, right? Fate. But yeah, this is pretty cool. I think the skins are okay. I'm kind of more looking forward to the new maps and more of the winter update. That's really what I'm looking forward to the most is, are they going to do a holiday special this season? What's the deal? The Winter Wonderland, what's happening with that? We're going to get more information tomorrow as of Overwatch's, own I guess their own Twitter. I'm not sure if they posted on Twitter, but it's basically they had a roadmap of when they were going to release all the information. The character came out, Ramattra came out this weekend. They showed the character's trailer and all that stuff, and then we're also going to have a full breakdown of the roadmap for Season 2 coming tomorrow, so I'll probably make a video for that too. But yeah, I just wanted to take a look at this guy's kit because it's pretty insane, and honestly, I think it's going to change up a lot of how Overwatch is played. He is a tank, and yeah, it's a pretty big video. Shout out to Stylosa too for the video. He does a really good job breaking this down, so definitely check out his video as well. And yeah, I just wanted to make this video because there's going to be a lot of information coming out in the next 2 days, and rather than make one real long video that, tomorrow, I'd rather just have 2 videos that are at least more condensed as much as possible, so we're not burning too much daylight. But with that being said, let's take a look. I might have some of his commentary pop in and out, but for the most part, I think I have a grasp on his kit. So he has forms. This is his primary form. He's literally shooting nanobots at you basically. This is pretty OP in my opinion because of the damage that he's able to do. Now, a lot of people aren't necessarily going to feel the damage at first, but this damage is pretty insane. You can look at what Roadhog is doing and what he's doing to DPSs. It's pretty insane because, as a tank, your primary job isn't necessarily just DPSing people to death, but if you can DPS people, it certainly makes other people's jobs easier because at that point, they just have to finish off the kills. So this is pretty cool that he is able to do that much damage. He has a Void Barrier, which I love. I think shields are really good for tanks. They help just get map control, and map control is a really big thing in Overwatch. If you have map control, you can basically do what you want. You don't have to expend as many resources. Map control is a huge thing, and this Void Barrier definitely helps. It has 900 health, so that's pretty good. And I think it's also going to allow for some interesting plays because once you take a look at the rest of this guy's kit, you'll see what I mean. So we have the pummel. This is his other form, right? He just straight up has his hands. Now, this is an interesting form because, look, this right here, right? This is his nemesis form. He's obviously, on a surface glance, he's just punching shockwaves at you, and it does damage, right? But this right here is interesting. So what's happening here, this is what in Smite we would call this cleave, right? Where you are attacking one person, right? But the damage is going through that person to whatever's behind him. In Smite, sometimes it could be minion waves where you cleave through the minion waves and you're basically attacking one minion and then, the other ones get damaged as well. This is basically what's happening here. This is cleave. And so I don't know what it's called in Overwatch, but that's what I'm calling it. And that is a pretty insane ability because if you look, he's also doing that through a shield. which means that he is basically a counter to shields in a lot of ways. He can still damage you just straight up your health through a shield, which is pretty insane. Like right now, this shield is not being damaged at all, it doesn't look like, but everybody behind it is being damaged. That is a pretty insane ability, and it's definitely going to make for some interesting picks for tanks, to counter him. If you're a Reinhardt in that situation, you're probably just going to drop your shield right here and just go on him because, your shield's obviously not working. And since he has his hands out, he's not going to be able to range ability you from a distance. So it's kind of a perfect fight for Reinhardt to drop his shield and take the fight. But still, it's going to be interesting because, this shield, now, depending on the distance, right? If we look at the distance here, it looks like it goes pretty far. I mean, I just paused it, I feel like at the perfect time. He just punched, and the distance goes pretty far. This is a decent, obviously they're stacked together, but this is a decent range. So if you're a tank and obviously you're going to be in the mix for a lot of these fights, you're going to get a lot of poke on a bunch of different people that aren't expecting to get poked. So yeah, this tank is definitely going to be a high, volume DPS. Like I would expect a lot of just DPS from this tank in general. It's going to be very interesting to see how people play with him. But yeah, he's definitely an aggressive tank. This is his other ability, which is block. So this is pretty cool too. He does lose health, right? It's not like he's invincible, but he just loses much less health than you would expect. And obviously, it's a nice stalling tactic. You can definitely just pop this if you don't have any other ability up. Take less damage, and hopefully people around you start bursting everybody who's going on you. I'm not sure if it works necessarily for abilities, right? If I throw an ability at him, does he also take less damage, right? If Sojourn throws her little, grenade thing, that little ball, that spear, if she throws that at him, does he take less damage? I'm not necessarily sure, but for sure, he's taking less damage here, and then obviously the Tracer behind is able to follow up with some damage there. So this ability right here is insane, right? This is called the Ravenous Vortex. Take a look at who's in the sky, and then take a look. She is rooted down instantly, which is really, really crazy. So I love this ability the most, right? I hate anybody who goes in the sky. It's annoying because now you have to call to your DPSs, hey, make sure you kill this person. It's just annoying having somebody flying over your head just free casting damage, right? But I'm not sure what the range is for this ability. I'm not sure how high it goes, right? Like if you can fly even above that. But the fact that you can bring somebody down that's at least in the air in some capacity to the ground is insane. That's not all it does. It also has an explosion. As you cast it, it does some damage, I believe. Right? Bang, right there. It'll do some damage. And then if you look at Tracer, she is moving slowly in that field because it also has crowd control. You will move slowly if you were caught in that field. And you will also be rooted if you were in the sky. So that is pretty cool. This ability is going to be very, very useful, especially against certain team comps. You're definitely going to want to have this ability on standby and not waste it too hastily. But yeah, that ability is insane. And then we have his ultimate ability, Annihilation. This is pretty insane. So as I understand, this ult does not go out until you die. So no matter what, or unless there's enemies, they're dead, right? But basically, this ult is not going to stop until everybody is dead. Or you are dead. So that is pretty insane. It's going to do decent damage too, and it has a wide AoE. So if you get caught in this, right, if you're in a situation where it's overtime and you have to get on the payload, this is going to be a very tough ult to deal with because he is not going to die. This ult is not going to stop until you kill him. So he is kind of making himself priority one here in a situation, right, where it's like everybody kind of has to burst him, but he also has so many different ways to like not die. He can cast his shield, right, obviously, and then he can also cast his block ability. I mean, this is really, really a strong ultimate, and it doesn't end until everybody dies on the enemy team or you die. And so, again, like I said, like I'm already thinking of the situations where it's like you're on the payload, overtime, you have to stay on the payload or else you lose. So, yeah, he's just going to make himself priority one. And that's what he wants because he is a tank. He wants the attention on him, and he can definitely handle all the heat. This is going to be a very high DPS god. This is going to be a very high god. I'm used to smite. This is a very high DPS character, hero. And it's just going to be insane to see what people do. What's interesting here is you can see him using his ability, right? He was just literally spamming that, and it also breaks his shield too, which is nice. But yeah, he's still going to be. I mean, if you look at the damage right here, he's doing a lot of damage. Obviously, this person's not healing or anything, but that's a lot of damage coming from a tank. And then when you have, like, if your team comp is not careful, this man can just team kill you. He can quintuple you, right? Like, this is a lot of damage. He's definitely gonna have to get patched at some point. I know the biggest thing for Season 2 that people want, they want Sojourn to be nerfed. They've been asking for it for a long time now in the Reddit threads, on Twitter. People just are kind of over Sojourn running the game right now. She's pretty overpowered. So, yeah, we will see what happens there. Season 2 for Overwatch is coming out very soon. We will see what happens with tomorrow in terms of the roadmap, because I do think that we are expected to get much more. Like, so far there's been some teases. I think I saw an Ohio map that was like teased. I'm not exactly sure if that is a real map or not, but yeah, this is it. So today's the 28th, so tomorrow the 29th we get the Season 2 gameplay trailer, Season 2 content map, and then December 2nd, we get the new map reveal. So we will see what that has, right? Like, I'm not sure what the new map is. Maybe it is Ohio. But tomorrow I will definitely be covering the gameplay trailer and the Season 2 content roadmap trailer. Biggest wish list for this Season 2, have a holiday season. Please have a holiday season. They did for Halloween, so I expect them to have one for Christmas, but have a Winter Wonderland event. I think those events are always pretty cool. My dogs are excited themselves. They can't wait to play Overwatch themselves. So, but yeah, I mean, look, this is going to be pretty cool. And Overwatch 2 right now is like my top game. I've been playing a lot of Minecraft, playing a lot of, Overwatch, playing some other games, Sonic 2, of course, but we'll see how it goes. These dogs are just excited. I don't know somebody might be outside. Maybe it's Amazon delivering more Black Friday stuff. I have no idea. But that's going to be it for this video. I just want to make a quick video on the character. Really cool character. I can't wait to try Ramattra, see how good he is, and just, how much people use him, all the different cool, tricks and stuff people are going to do. It's going to be insane to watch. Tell me what you're excited for Season 2, and I will see you tomorrow with another video on Overwatch 2.